Hey, do you ever feel like your brain just kind of shuts off? Like when things get too intense at work, or maybe during a tough argument, you just kind of go blank, maybe feel numb, or just want to disappear. You're not alone. It's something a lot of us experience. And today I'm going to talk about what's actually happening when you shut down. Your body has a built in way to deal with too much stress, kind of like a circuit breaker in your house. When things get overloaded, it can flip and things just stop. We call this shutting down, and there's a science behind it. Some other ways people describe this feeling is like being on autopilot, freezing, zoning out, feeling empty or emotionless, or feeling like a shell of a person. Inside you, there's an automatic system called your autonomic nervous system. It controls things you don't even think about, like your heart rate and breathing. It has two main parts. One that gets you ready for action, the sympathetic nervous system. We call that fight or flight. And another that helps you calm down, the parasympathetic nervous system. This is kind of like the rest and digest system. Now, there's a big nerve in that calming system called the vagus nerve. It's like a super highway connecting your brain to a lot of your important organs. And it actually has a special job when you're under serious stress. One branch of it in particular, the dorsal branch of the vagal nerve. So to exemplify this, imagine facing a threat you can't fight or run away from, like a huge grizzly bear. Some animals will just freeze. They play dead. And well, your body has a similar response. When stress feels overwhelming and inescapable, this vagus nerve can trigger a freeze or shutdown response. It's like your body hitting the pause button to protect you. The technical term for this is hypoarousal. So what happens in your head when you shut down? One of the big things is emotional numbing. You might feel less happy, less sad, even less angry. It's like your feelings have just gone quiet. You may feel empty or just not care as much about things. This is your brain trying to shield you from feeling too much pain, emotional or physical. Another thing is dissociation. This is when you feel detached from yourself, your body, or even the world around you. You might feel like you're watching yourself from outside, like in a movie, or that things around you aren't real. You might feel spaced out or disconnected. It can also get hard to think clearly. You might have trouble focusing. Your mind might feel foggy, and making decisions can be really hard. Your brain is slowing down to conserve energy. This is all part of the process. And it's not just in your head either. Your body changes too. So you also might notice your heart rate slows down. Your breathing gets shallow and slow. And your muscles might actually feel heavy or limp. Basically, your whole system, whole body is powering down. Even your digestion will slow down. So why does this happen? It helps to think back to our ancestors. If they were cornered by a predator with no way to fight or escape, sometimes the best chance of survival was just to freeze and hope that the threat would lose interest. It's a primal survival instinct. Your body is trying to protect you in the face of what it perceives as overwhelming danger, even if it's not a physical threat in the modern sense. This all happens unconsciously. We don't will this or choose this to happen. So what can trigger this shutdown response today? Because we're not living out in the wild, most of us anyways. Overwhelming stress is a big one. Job pressures, money problems, relationship issues. Past trauma, even stuff that happened a long time ago, can also make you more likely to shut down when you feel threatened. Even intense emotions like really strong sadness or anger can sometimes trigger it. Remember, your body is just reacting to what it perceives as a threat, even if it's not actually dangerous in the moment. So how does shutting down affect your life? It can make it hard to be present in the moment. You might feel distant or foggy, making it tough to focus on tasks or connect with what's happening around you. It can also make it difficult to connect with others. When you're feeling numb or withdrawn, it's hard to really engage with your partner, friends, or family, or yourself. And while shutting down might feel like a way to deal with tough emotions, it can actually prevent you from processing them in a healthy way in the long run. So, all right, let's say you recognize some of this in yourself. What can you do to help yourself get back online and connect with yourself and others? There's numerous things we can do, all sort of basically warm us up. They thaw us out of this freeze response. First, notice the signs. Start paying attention to when you feel that sense of withdrawal, the emotional quietness, or the physical slowness. Try some slow, deep breathing. When you shut down, your breathing often gets shallow, so focusing on taking long, deep, slow breaths can help calm your nervous system. Engage your senses. If you feel disconnected, try to ground yourself by focusing on what you can see, hear, smell, taste, and touch around you. Describe them in detail. Maybe listen to some music or eat something crunchy. I find chewing ice can actually be really great for this. Gentle movement can also help. You don't need to run a marathon, but even just standing up and stretching, shaking your legs and arms, or going for a short walk can help sort of shift your state. Sometimes also talking to someone you trust can make a big difference. Sharing how you're feeling can help you feel less alone and more connected, and sort of re-switches on that shift of connection, which opposes that withdrawal response. So remember, this shutdown response, it's not a sign of weakness. It's just your body trying to protect you. So be patient and kind to yourself as you learn to recognize it and find ways to come back to your present moment, come back to yourself and your relationships. If you find that you're shutting down a lot and it's impacting your life in a negative way, it might be helpful to talk to a therapist or counselor. They can help you understand the underlying causes and develop healthier ways to cope with stress and intense emotions. So I hope this video was helpful. Let me know in the comments if you've experienced this and what helps you or what doesn't help you. And thanks for watching.